Hello everyone, this is Shara. Welcome to the advanced combat tutorial for Chivalry Medieval Warfare. First off, I want to show you the intensity of combat when making use of certain strategies and tricks. We are going to show you in this video how to make use of feints, movement and several bypasses in a fight. Chivalry has different damage multipliers for certain hit zones. It takes 3 hits to the chest with a claymore and only 2 in the head. Lower body hits decrease the damage. We will show you how to make use of the real-time controls in Chivalry. Notice how I start my attack 90 degrees away from my target and drag my strike in. The real-time swings allow us to duck underneath enemy strikes to go in for a counter. It's risky, but sometimes it's worth the risk. You can also jump over incoming attacks. Let me show you how effective this can be. Parrying an attack will trigger a combo if you launch an attack right after bouncing your enemy's weapon off. Each attack will be faster when started after a block. The fastest parry combo is a stab. In a real fight you can trade hits like this. You can notice how fast my stabs connect. If you're sneaky, wait a second and watch him raise his weapon while I go for a non-counter stab. It is possible to avoid attacks by movement. You can notice how I stay out of reach of the weapon and then close in as soon as his weapon has passed me. To perform this you need to wind up an attack before you move in. This requires some timing. The best way to disengage and gain distance is after you parried your opponent. He will think that you will use one of the counters that I mentioned before. You can combine different attacks as you can see here. It costs stamina to perform combos, but they're deadly. Combos are a great way to lure your enemy out in the open. Missing an attack on purpose and go for a combo is the closest in to use the movement strategy. Players tend to be greedy after they see you miss. This is a perfect opportunity to punish them. If you get too close, you get parried, so make sure to keep your distance when you try to perform this. Feints are a classy way to outplay your opponent. Pressing Q shortly after winding up your attack will cancel it to charge up another attack. You can also combine different strikes after feinting. Transfer a slash into a stab or overhead strike. Notice how I waited half a second for him to parry? Take advantage of habits. A defensive use for feints is feinting as a parry. It is really useful every now and then, but really expensive stamina wise. Getting fake can be really frustrating if you don't know what's going on. Keeping distance will help you to differentiate between feint or real attacks. I will show you how to make proper use of feints. Feint into parry, feint for a block bypass and then go in with the combo again. Rotate feint attack and then finish with a parry stab combo. As you can see, it's really powerful. I mentioned before, keeping your distance is a good way to avoid feints. If you feint from afar, you will make yourself an easy target. You can notice how my feint has failed. In a real fight, such a mistake will turn the tide of a battle. You can clearly see how I lead the fight, and then end up dead because I faked from afar. Mind your distance when faking, it gets more effective the closer you are. The next trick we want to show you is mouse dragging. It can be used to delay attacks or force faster contact. To perform this you need to drag your mouse in the direction your strike is coming from. Delaying the blade will result in the opponent dropping his guard and making your hit connect. From your opponent's view, it will look like this, really frustrating. Parrying too soon will let you drop your guard, even though you have parried in time. If your enemy is making good use of real-time attacks, you will have to be more careful. To successfully block these attacks, you need to be aware of the attack animations and see when the enemy is holding his weapon back longer than usual, and then parry just in time when the swing is about to connect. Look out for mouse drags in the other direction for faster contact. It can throw you off guard. Against players that turtle with the shield, you have the opportunity to bypass their block. I use overhead strikes when I go in from the left and stabs when I go in from the right. The real-time weapon swing makes this a powerful strategy. Well, that was quick. You can also kick to open up your shielded enemy and go in for a quick attack. To avoid being overwhelmed by these bypass techniques, you have to disengage by moving backwards and dragging your shield a bit further than you normally would for blocking. Our last trick to bypass blocks in this video is a jump overhead strike. It is quite hard to block these, since you have to aim up really high. If you don't, you will take the damage. Utilize with feints, a deadly combination. The last tip against defensive opponents is dancing. You go in quickly without releasing your sprint button. You have to attack the enemy every time you move by. As a vanguard, you can combine this with a charge attack. Against increasingly aggressive opponents, it gets really hard to move in and out for dancing. You will have to figure out if your enemy is a defensive player or an offensive one. Getting hit while sprinting will interrupt the sprint. You have to restart sprinting again. There is almost no chance to win against a really aggressive player with dancing. Bringing everything you have learned here into battle will make you an outstanding fighter that your enemies will be afraid of. I dodge his first strike as he ducks underneath my response, then feint into parry and follow up with a counter stab. Feint to bypass his block and connect with a slash stab combo. Try to bypass it with a jump overhead strike and get blocked. Make that slash connect in the last second by mouse dragging. Bringing pace into battle by trading counter attacks. I get faked and drop to low HP while running low on stamina. Manage to hit another counter stab. And score the killing blow with the delay mouse drag. Thank you for watching and I hope you have enjoyed our advanced combat tutorial video. For more information head to chivalrythegame.com. See you on the battlefield. Shara out.